Hey, what's up everyone? Happy Dude here. Now, I recently completed Resident Evil Requiem on the hardest difficulty, and now I'm completing all the other challenges, like finding all the Mr. Raccoons. But I really have to force myself to do it, and I never had that with all the other Resident Evil games. So, that's weird, right? And I was wondering myself, is it because I'm getting older, or are modern games just not as fun anymore? Now, don't get me wrong, I had a blast playing Resident Evil 9 the first time I've played it, but the second time, a lot of the fun was gone. Especially when I was searching around, messing around with the game, and everything is just so scripted, so you can't really have fun anymore. And yeah, the graphics look better than older Resident Evil games, but all the modern games just look so alike, so sterile and lifeless. There's no passion in it. There's no passion in it. With older games, there you could feel that there was really a lot of passion and artwork that went into it. It really was made by gamers for gamers, and I don't really have that feeling with modern games. That's probably because all the old developers are retired or just stopped because, well, gaming just isn't what it used to be. But to put it to the test, I've played the older games where I did have fun with again now, so many years later, and surprise, surprise, I still had fun playing them. For instance, take The Last of Us Part 1. This game has been remastered 3 times, and there's a reason for that. It's just that good. That's why I just keep returning to that game. You could really see and feel that they have put a lot of work, time, passion, and money into this game. Yeah, it just really shows that the most talented people worked on this game, and you really need all those to make a great game. It's not enough to just pump a lot of money into it. You need talent, you need passion, you need the time, and you need to put in the work. Now, another older game that I've not been playing for a few years now is Grand Theft Auto. I've recently fired it up, but this is the enhanced version, so it has ray tracing. Now, this doesn't really work that great on a PlayStation 5. It is better on the Pro, but I don't have one. I've decided to put my money into a newer GPU, that's the 9070 XT. I'm loving it, by the way, and that card is powerful enough to run it at about 70-90 FPS, and if you put frame generation on, you have a steady 120 FPS, and that's in native 4K, by the way. So yeah, I was really surprised that this game runs this good in native 4K with ray tracing on this 9070 XT, and it also looks great even though this game is many years old now. And that's just another reason why modern games aren't that fun to play. It's because they don't perform as well. I mean, this game is 13 years old, it looks this great even with modern tech like ray tracing in it, and look at the FPS. Modern games can only dream of this kind of performance and this kind of graphics. But I know GTA is made by the most talented people and with a ridiculous high budget. Oh man, playing this game again just pumps me up for GTA 6. I just can't wait. I hope I'm not going to be disappointed with it. Oh yes, speaking of disappointments, Cyberpunk 2077. Now, a lot of people love this game, but I don't, I just can't get into it. I don't know, it just doesn't matter what you do in the game. The ending is just the same. You just get another cutscene. That's it. The world doesn't feel alive like GTA. I know the budget isn't that big, but still, it feels lifeless. It feels more like a tech demo for showing off all the new ray tracing and path tracing stuff from Nvidia. That's what this game feels to me. And people forget how bad this game was when it came out. It was really, really bad. And they've made a lot of improvements, but still, more than 60% of what they've promised isn't in the game, like flying cars or those metal hooks that could come out of your arms and then you could climb up on buildings, and even a simple weather system still isn't in it. And the police is just weird. They pop up and the NPCs just feel like puppets. It's not Night City, it's Dead City to me. And then on the completely other side, we have Alan Wake 2. Amazing graphics, amazing story, but the gameplay is just so boring. I've also replayed the first game. Well, not really replayed because I never played it when it came out. So I first played Alan Wake 1 and then the remastered version, by the way, and then Alan Wake 2, so I could more understand the story because it's really complicated. But the first game, you really felt like a detective. You had an open world, a bit like GTA, but not as much freedom. But yeah, that made it a lot of fun to play. This is completely different. You play in little set pieces with amazing graphics. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, there's not much to do than just walking around and stuff happens around you, and that's it. So all those great games that came out, I've shown you The Last of Us and GTA 5, but there's also Assassin's Creed Black Flag, The Walking Dead from Telltale, Bioshock Infinite, The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, Tomb Raider, Super Mario 3D World, Lego City Undercover. You know what they all had in common? They all came out in 2013. So for me, that's the point where gaming was at its absolute peak in terms of story, performance, graphics, all of that. Now, I'm not saying all modern games are crap. There are a few good between them, but just not as much as we got before. Just let me give you a list what we got before 2013. Hitman Codename 47, Ratchet and Clank, Mafia, SOCOM US Navy SEALs, Call of Duty, Need for Speed Underground, Far Cry, Need for Speed Underground 2, Resident Evil 4, Fear, Battlefield 2, Call of Duty, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Battlefield 2142, Hitman Blood Money, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Bioshock, Crysis, Assassin's Creed, Fallout 3, Dead Space, Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time, Red Dead Redemption, Alan Wake, Battlefield 3. That's probably just a fraction of what came out. So if I missed an important game, please feel free to put it in the comments below. And here are all the great games that came out after 2013. The Witcher 3, Until Dawn, Mad Max, Resident Evil 7, God of War, Red Dead Redemption, Spider-Man, Days Gone. That was 2019. So there it stopped for me. Everything after that was just a remaster or a remake. Like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, The Last of Us, Resident Evil Village. That was a new game. It was pretty good. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, also a good game. Then we have Dead Space, also a remake. Spider-Man 2, that was also pretty decent. Resident Evil 4 remake. Indiana Jones, also a pretty good game. Until Dawn, the remake. Days Gone remaster. And then finally Resident Evil Requiem. So yeah, modern games are just made to consume, so they have to be decent because otherwise nobody is going to buy them. And that's the only reason we got some decent games. It's all about the money now. It's not made anymore by gamers for gamers.